romantic relationship.
Our romantic relationship didn't start until July 6th of 2024, so way after.
So like, was that a year later or?
You see, this is the reason why Tim and Brenay Kennard has lost that $1.75 million lawsuit, because they cannot get their lives together. Talking Brenay Kennard, Akira Montague, and Tim Montague's lawsuit. I don't know how many of y'all been keeping up with this, but I've been speaking about it on TikTok, and as promised, here's my breakdown on what I feel like people missed during this interview with Brenay Montague on Tamron Hall's show. Appreciate my content here on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's your girl, Tink Marche. Now, let me get back to the commentary. We dissect this interview that Brenay and Tim just recently did with Tamron Hall. I need y'all to keep in mind, social media, that Brenay is not even supposed to be talking about Akira Montague. There is a pending lawsuit against Brenay right now for cyber stalking. Devon Mayo is Brenay's ex-husband. I do believe she is due into court because he has filed a lawsuit either on her or Timothy. So for them to be speaking publicly, especially after losing $1.75 million, you would think they will be quiet. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. But here we go. One thing I feel like this Tamron Hall interview exposes that Brenay does not know how to read the room. She lacks the ability to read the room and know when people are laughing at her and not with her. Point. When Tamron Hall asked her, did any of her friends turn their back on her?
Now, I can say that I've gotten
Side eyes from some people and a lot of, not knowing and a
because
lot
of the verdict.
questions on my favor, and it's still like, it seems like, Brenay, you're not telling the truth. And when I actually show them the facts of what actually happened, the breakdown.
You're being asked, Brenay Kennard Montague, if you lost family members and friends and how your business have been affected by this relationship that you chose. Do that not make you stop and think, did I make the right damn decision? Next thing I thought, well, where is Brenay's friends? If she has all these friends that's in defense of her and understand exactly what happened between she and Akira, then why aren't they defending her publicly? Especially because we know she's on this tour to clean up her image. Her friends may come out the crack and crevices now, and that's because she's now on the Tamron Hall show. It only makes sense. It's not safe for those friends to speak out on your behalf because they're not sure if you may go behind them and screw their man. Exactly how this relationship will end between Brenay and Tim. They're going to cheat on each other.
Before. So how can you scream, oh my gosh, Brenay ruined my marriage. She cheated and this and that and the third. How can I do that? How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken? Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's clearly something up with that marriage. Before Brenay came into the picture to try to ruin it. I was in your life, but I'm saying before any of this that social media see is what I mean. Before social media see.
First time, bro.
Thank you. I don't get it. But I ruined your marriage, but it happened before. In the same situation that's happening now happened before. But Brenay's the homewrecker. But believe what y'all want. Took opportunity for what? Do y'all realize I had an opportunity to be with Tim a long time ago? I've known this man since I was 15 years old. 15, I'm 25. Don't y'all think if I wanted him, I would have had him before she even laid eyes on him? He'd been in my life. I was 15, bro. Y'all want...
Okay, so why didn't you have him? If your claim to fame now is that your mom would not allow you to date this man, it was a reason for that. You see, this is why you should listen to your freaking parents.
Didn't I tell you I was gonna fire your ass if you hit something else? Nope, I hear that boy, Pinky. After you hit that look, boy, with that ball. You're costing me money, see that?
Him and Brenay Montague is the prime reason why most women and men do not like other men and women around their significant others. Regardless of what these two are saying, being married people themselves, marriage is ups and downs. Long-term relationships can have its ups and downs. Anybody can separate. It's not for you to then go in and make yourself at home in somebody else's home. And she was going through a separation of her own. She had her own business to attend to. Brenay say out of her mouth that this is not Tim's first time cheating. So then you move this cheating ass man in your house, marry him during his divorce proceeding, and offer to pay for this man's divorce. He and Tim knows that marriage is a little bit more complicated than just separating. You were still screwing your wife, but you failed to mention that part. Hey, standing so solid in her ignorance, saying that she cannot break up a happy home. Well, now you know that there are men and women that seek to only date married men and women. Most certainly can mess up somebody's happy home. And they keep failing to hold themselves accountable. Brenay, you are the biggest elephant in this motherfucking room and courtroom. Inappropriate relationship between you and Tim is the reason why they were separated. I'm almost sure the second separation was because of you.
Ever in those times. So when I say she tried, like I'm talking about like, well, she hasn't done this since they stayed at the crib that they stayed at when it was, I think, like on the fourth floor or something like that. That one day I saw you at. But she used to like jerk out stand up for a little bit. But on break, like I would just, you feel me? Because me and Caroline staying together. She was about to come to Wilson. And I was about to stay with her because she was staying with her mom. But we were just staying there. And, like, obviously, I didn't work at the time while I was at school. So I was like, I remember one time I had, like, this on the air mattress sleep. By this time, I carried the kids had already left. But it's like, you know, like 10 something. And she come in the room and literally like lay on the bed next to me. I'm like, bro,
Nay, his family love you now. But the moment you get tired of his games, because I can tell that this man is not mature at all. He don't hold himself accountable because his people don't hold him accountable. So when the smear campaign of you began, remember, he said you seduced him, not the other way around. I know you know this because when Tamron Hall turned and asked you a question about what is it that you want people to know about you, this was your response.
I'm Brenay. I'm not Brenay and Tim. It's not Brenay and anyone else attached to me. I'm just Brenay. And I
Oh,
want
no,
people to know that.
Brenay. That's not how that works. See, when you sleep with other people's men and you're in the process of cleaning up your image after a horrific blow in the courtroom of losing $1.75 million and counting to the cameras right after the verdict was read, you sat on Tamron Hall's show and said that you were speechless. You were still trying to process. I'm paraphrasing again. You looked at the cameras and said,
on how she'll pay.
I don't know, but she'll probably never see it.
all these years of seeking attention and you got it. You can't have it both ways, Brenay Montague. You can't play the victim and the villain. Beginning of this court case, Brenay told us that we had to wait. That we had to wait until everything played out in court.
So y'all can go ahead and believe what she said if that's what you want, or y'all can go ahead and believe what I say if that's what you want. But there's gonna be the truth, and that's just what it is. So y'all can. I've seen people in the comments talking about Brenay always gave me weird vibes. Please.
Brenay, it feels like you're winning now because the people around you is egging you on and they're encouraging you in your ignorance. Look at what you had to go through just to sit in front of a Tamron Hall. You feel like Timothy is the real culprit in all of this? Brenay just taking all of the heat and it will soon be exposed. I mean, we know that because of how his mom conduct herself on social media. I would never forget the day that I saw that woman sit on a platform and discuss Akira Montague's mental health, using that as a talking point against Akira Montague to say that there has always been issues between she and Tim. It told me everything I needed to know about where Tim came from. Nay don't quite understand yet what she's inherited with this man, but it's a whole lot of nothing. Oh, we don't know Akira's character fully. We don't know her outside of the court proceedings and what we see on social media. Brenay and Tim seriously think that they're getting ready to build a platform, reforming and reshaping their image, trying to rewrite history. But the problem is, Brenay, you filmed it for all to see. Now you're telling us not to trust our eyes? Make it so bad as that as she was being sued for alienation of affection, she got married to this man. Whatever date Tim and Brenay decided upon to tell the viewers and many others that's watching, it don't even matter. You yourself said that you were around them 12 years strong. Who really knows how long these two was having this affair?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know she doesn't deserve it.
Lies, it's just absolutely crazy. And like she said, like I know what actually happened.
We know what the truth is. The people that are close to us,
We know what.
Basically, Timothy Montague went on record saying he has nothing to give his now wife, Brenay Montague. All he has is pity and titties. We're looking at two fools that really thought that Akira Montague was just going to walk away and not file this lawsuit and go through with it. They thought that this affair would be like many others, swept up under the rug, no accountability, and they were just going to ride into the sunset, ruining people's lives, damaging people's children. Nothing would come of it. Oh, were they sadly mistaken and miscalculated. And Miss Robin Esquire made for sure that didn't happen on her watch. Will they continue to have relationships in the entertainment industry? More than likely, they will be just like them, somebody that we don't value, care for, or don't want to hear from. It's wicked to believe that you have no part to play in this, that you just was this innocent bystander and this man just came and swept you off your feet by happenstance. Timothy actually went on record on Tamron Hall's show and said that he and Devin were friends. But Brenay, you and Akira wasn't friends. That's the hill you're willing to die on. Every time you two think you will be blessed, Akira and her family will be blessed even more. Say this again. It was telling when Brenay made it very clear to say that I'm not Brenay and Tim. I'm just Brenay. Reason for that. Devin even said that he didn't get the princess treatment when he was married to this woman. So he was surprised to see the bank statements released on social media. And we found out that Brenay was sending Tim $5,000 it was, or she was spending $5,000 on food. Regardless, he gets a check from her, allegedly. But I think in Brenay saying and making that statement clear to Tim and his people that he's not going to be attached to my fame and my rise. He has got to build himself up. That's what she was saying. Hey, as much as you want to separate your fame, your newfound fame, from Tim, unfortunately, babes, he made you. I know you would like to think that it will always be about you, but babes, that's not how this works. Who is coaching you? You better hope like fuck that this relationship don't ever sour. Because we seen what he's capable of when he's done with a person. You fell in love with him because of the way he loved a person. Brenay Montague is a chameleon and he's a kept man. Forever and always be attached to you thanks to you. Whatever you do in this world, he will always be attached to you. Remember that. Even when you move on to your next side dude, he will always be attached to you. He seems like the type that can lie in wait for years before he exposed to you who he truly is. Seems like you did Akira Montague a favor. Hate this long, make sure you share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Again, my name is Tink Marche. I'm going to end it here. The purpose of us content creators building our platforms is so that when we do reach the epitome of which Brenay Montague has, at 2.9 million followers, is to be verified and to be known and loved and received by your audience. It's a sad, sad day when you have to close your comment sections off to post content to continue to feed your family. You can't even have a conversation in your comments with the people that built the platform, that supported you along the way, that was with you through your journey. Follower to comment ratio on Brenay's page is diabolical. You can't even engage with the very community that she's built because of Timothy Montague. Every comment she's lost, Akira Montague continues to gain. The people that's upset that Akira has moved on with her life, has gotten pregnant with her now boyfriend, fiance. Fuck you. I don't know what that woman has endured over these past years with that man, that chameleon that Brenay has. Let that woman enjoy her baby in peace. People are acting as if Akira stole him from another woman and she's being sued for alienation of affection.